Good evening, Tallahassee. Happy Friday. Welcome back to your Friday edition of FSU Weather. Taking a live look at Doak Campbell Stadium, we have a beautiful, beautiful sun and not a cloud in the sky peering over. Luckily for us, it is 800 degrees. Just kidding, April Fools. It's partly cloudy and only a warm 80 degrees, and the winds are coming out of the west-northwest at 9 miles per hour. Our current local temps for the Tallahassee area show a warm 80 degrees here in Tallahassee, and actually slightly cooler down by the coast at Apalachicola with 73 degrees. For our muggy meter, as we head down the peninsula, we are getting quite muggy. It is going to be wetter than an aquarium out there. Let me tell you, it is quite muggy. Tonight in Tally, it'll be 52 degrees, and tonight we'll be looking at some more rain coming over the weekend, severe weather possible for next week, and April Fool's Day on FSU Weather.
And welcome in once again to this Friday edition of FSU Weather. I'm student meteorologist Evan O'Regan.
And I'm student meteorologist Ariana Wittek.
That's right. And one thing that we didn't mention on that last graphic there is that we will have some cooler temperatures coming in next week. Temperatures could be down as close to 30 degrees. I'm just kidding, April Fool's Day. So yeah, we have warmer temperatures next week, but we will have that severe threat returning next week as well for the same places that got hit this week.
That is right. But this weekend it is going to be lovely beach weather. So
Absolutely.
Take in the beach while you can before the severe weather works into the area.
That's right. Make sure you take advantage of those warmer temperatures before that nasty weather gets back in here. And again, with that severe weather threat, things could be on the same things could be on the table as last week with damaging winds, large hail, tornadoes, all that stuff. So we'll have to be on the lookout for that again next week.
Everybody needs to stay safe out there. Make sure to tune into the National Weather Service to get any local warnings or watches that may come into your area. And make sure to be storm ready.
That's right. Be weather aware next week as well. And now we're going to pass things over to the wall with Alejandra for a look at our local forecast.
Thank you so much. So looking at the temperature almanac is going to be 81. That's a little bit better than our average, definitely warmer. 60 degrees for our low, again, warmer than average, but a lot better than that 29 in 1987. All right, a live look at Doak. Look at that beautiful sunshine, everybody. And don't worry, it is not 800. It is actually a warm 80 degrees, partly cloudy with a nice breeze out of the west-northwest. So that current radar, don't mind this, just some backscattering on that radar in Tallahassee. Mostly clear skies in the Panhandle. Definitely going to shape up for a nice weekend. Current local temperatures, again, Tallahassee definitely warming up. We are feeling those springtime temperatures. Thank God it's a lot warmer than those muggy, awful days for that severe weather. Definitely a step up. 81 down in Crawfordsville and cooler at the coast at Apalachicola, 73. Wind speed and direction, light breeze, again, 6 miles an hour. Definitely a little less breezier around Quincy and Sumatra, but look at that breeze on Apalachicola, 13. Dew points, dry in Tallahassee. Because of that rain that just passed through, we're going to be experiencing some lower dew point temperatures, those drier conditions, a lot windier. A little bit more moist towards Apalachicola. We see that green, but mostly dry for the Tallahassee area. Future radar, just some light moisture, some wind going down into the Gulf. We're going to continue seeing this, and look at that, some rain coming through on Saturday, but might not really affect us as we see that it's going more towards the Cedar Key area down in the Big Bend. But we're going to be seeing some moisture coming in this Saturday. Tonight's forecast, 54 in Tallahassee, definitely a bit cool. We're going to be seeing a lot of these big changes in our diurnal temperature. So 54 degrees in Tallahassee, pretty cool. Maybe bring a jacket and maybe wear some jeans if you're going out tonight. All right, tonight in Tallahassee, 52, partly cloudy and some calm winds. A very beautiful day to go out, seize the night, have some fun, everybody. Enjoy that beautiful Tallahassee night. The beach forecast, 76. If you want to go to the beach, it's looking great for you guys. And the week ahead, It's going to get a little bit rainier down into the week, but let's see what Aaron has for us at the National.
That's right, Alejandra, and after a very busy weekend, or week I should say, across the southeast, we are looking for a lot more calm conditions, especially with that blue H there around the Memphis area. But as you can see, all the rain right now is situated off to the Central Plains, over towards Kansas, up towards Nebraska, where we do see a little bit of some shower activity from about Dallas up to Minneapolis. But that cold front that did bring us that severe weather threat actually is down, pushing towards the southern half of Florida. So there are some rain showers as well down towards Miami and then arcing up towards New England. And as for our friends out along the west coast, we do see mostly clear conditions across much of the Intermountain West and over towards California. Our satellite radar does show the same picture with the rain out in the Central Plains, clear along the both coasts of the United States, with the exception, of course, of New England and down towards Miami. But zooming in closer at the Pacific Northwest, we do see a few showers over towards Seattle, making its way in from the Pacific. Might see a few showers, of course, as you make your way to our friends in Billings, Montana, where we do see some of that shower activity coming in from Canada, maybe an isolated snow shower as well. It's a possibility, especially as you go further up along the mountain slopes. And for New England, we do see that snow starting to appear over towards New York. So actually a little bit of lake effect snow off of Lake Erie there in upstate New York. So Finger Lakes up to about the Canadian border there does have the potential to see snow over the next few hours, and then mostly just rain showers across much of the coastal portions of the Northeast. And as for our friends down here in Miami, we are starting off with some showers here along this hour, mostly along your ride above or around I-95 over towards Miami, up to Fort Lauderdale, and up towards Melbourne. Might see a shower or two, and even all up to along the west coast of Florida, so Naples up towards Tampa might see perhaps a shower as well, but clearing off as we continue on throughout the evening. Big picture shows the cooler temperature, or slightly cooler temperatures across the East Coast. We are still pretty warm there, 80 degrees, so it was definitely a very warm day, but a dry day across here in northern Florida. But along the south central plains, we do see a little bit of a warm air advection coming in off the Gulf, so just starting to warm up a little bit with our friends there in San Antonio over towards Dallas-Fort Worth. And then over along the west coast, as almost always, it is very nice and pleasant there in the 60s in LA and San Francisco. For our lows compared to average, we do see a little bit warmer above average over across the Four Corners, over towards Denver, up towards Canada. And along the east coast, we are seeing mostly pleasant conditions with maybe a little bit below average, especially as you make your way over towards Indiana, over towards Chicago and upstate Illinois. But most of it is going to stay on the pleasant side across the eastern half of the nation. Our dew points are relatively dry along the Gulf Coast, with the exception of Miami. They're at 72. So if you are traveling down towards Miami, it is going to be feeling very muggy there, as you saw earlier with the muggy meter. And of course, we do have that moisture starting to increase along the southern tip of Texas as well, and across much of the nation's heartland sitting pretty dry. As for our water vapor, we do have that next storm system forming along the central plains. This is not going to bring any severe weather threat this weekend, but we'll have to watch one next weekend for the possibility of some severe weather. But for tomorrow's highs, we'll see those temperatures making its way to near 90 degrees. So maybe a good day to stay indoors, maybe go to the aquarium if you're there in San Antonio. But we'll have to see how that continues off to find out.
Absolutely. It's going to be a wonderful weekend for the most part for most of us in the southeast. We're going to take a look at that now, what we can be looking at. You guys make sure to finalize those plans. You'll notice beautiful screens behind me, skies that are clear for all four of our locations. We have some nice fair weather cumulus clouds here in Virginia, and we have some contrails and some nice high level clouds in Gainesville. We love to see those clear skies. For our satellite and radar, that front that gave so much severe weather is pushing its way across. You'll notice that it's only impacting the peninsula now with that rain off the coast. So thankfully, it's made its way through. It's done wreaking havoc across the southeast. For our Euro rainfall forecast, we do have one rainfall event that's going to be impacting the peninsula. As you see those levels start to rise, they will be getting some rain on Saturday. So that is the middle of Florida. We're going to stay mostly dry, maybe a couple of showers in Tallahassee. Our current temperatures, things are beautiful right now. I like to call this just comfortable weather. It is 76 in Tallahassee, partly cloudy. We're looking at those beautiful temperatures all across the southeast. A little bit warmer as we get down towards the peninsula, 82 in Tampa with some thunderstorms, and we're looking at 85 in Miami. For our dew points, things are starting to get a little bit muggier down the peninsula as we get closer to those summer dew points. So 74 in Miami. We're still pretty dry at 43 in Tallahassee, thankfully. For our water vapor, as Aaron had mentioned, we'll see that front pushing its way off into the ocean, thankfully, and that we have that next system ramping up out in Kansas right now, which won't be bringing severe weather, but it is going to bring some rain. We see that system move through, and then it's going to come across the peninsula and bring some rain and showers, and that's going to be on Saturday for most of the peninsula part. Again, not so much in the panhandle. We might get some precipitation, but those storms and some of that rain is going to be in the peninsula. For our one-day outlook, we're looking at just some marginal risks, so we'll see that along the coast of the peninsula and then in Texas as well. For our day 2, that's where we have some of those storms in the peninsula. So a lot of the Florida peninsula is covered in a slight risk for some severe weather associated with those storms. And then our day 3 outlook, we are looking at a marginal again for the Florida peninsula. For tonight's lows, it's going to dip down after that cold front went through, and it is going to get a little chilly. We're looking at 52 in Tallahassee. Definitely need a jacket. It's going to be nice and warm, though, down the peninsula, 73 in Miami. For tomorrow's highs, another beautiful, comfortable day, 76 in Tallahassee, warmer as we go down the coast, 82 in Orlando, 85 in Miami. I'm going to hand things over to Ariane now, and she's going to give us a closer look at what we can expect for Florida specifically.
That is correct. And let's take a live look at Panama City Beach right now. Current conditions, beautiful sunny weather. So that is good for beach, and maybe you can even take a trip to the Gulfarium while you're down there. So as we move along and to look at the radar and satellite, most of the state is very clear. We do have some scattered thunderstorms out near southern and central Florida at the moment, but that is going to change over the next day where our central storms are going to be firing up. In the northern half of the region, though, right now it is dry weather, clear skies outside, so that is lovely, a good change of pace from the past couple days with the wet weather. In south and central Florida, you see the rain bands off in the distance of Miami leaving the coast, but we do have some scattered showers lingering over central Florida at the moment. Current temperatures around the region, it is going to be hot, okay? So that's what it's really red, close to 80 in some areas. So we're getting that summertime weather. Muggy meter. It is dry in the northern half of the state, which is giving us some very pretty smiley faces at the moment. But as we work into the south of Florida, it is going to be muggier and muggier throughout because we are going to get a storm system that is going to push through and enter the region, which is going to bring wet conditions over the weekend into Saturday. But Sunday, things are going to move past the area, and things are going to clear up for the beach weather heading into next week. Tonight in Tallahassee, temperatures are pretty mild in the northern half of the state with temperatures around 54 in the upper 50s. And then as we go farther south, it is going to be in the 70s for our tonight. Tomorrow in Miami, you're going to see those scattered showers, but as we work into Sunday and Monday, rain is going to persist with temperatures in the 80s. In Tampa, we could see rain showers on Saturday, so not going to be a good beach day. However, I know that the Clearwater Aquarium is over there, so you might want to go check that out on the rainy day. In Orlando, it is not going to be a good day to go to the theme parks as we're going to see rainy conditions on Saturday, but Sunday is going to clear up, so maybe we want to head in to see Disney and our friends at Walt Disney World, and yeah. In Jacksonville, temperatures are going to be more mild with temperatures in the 70s and upper 80s as we head into Sunday and Monday. We might see a few chance of rain on Saturday, and you could go to the aquarium there. We're going to pass things off to the desk with Aaron and Becca.
Thanks, Ariana. we'll do a little bit of a twist today with two truths and a lie here on FSU Weather, courtesy of April Fool's Day. So I guess we'll kick things off here on our April Fool's Day, and we'll start here. So, 1884, there was an F5 tornado that left only 3 out of 30 homes standing.
It says that that was in Oakville, Indiana, with a piece of the farm found about like 4 miles away. Again, EF5, that's the strongest rating.
Right.
I'm thinking I'm questionable on that one. Indiana's pretty far north, sir, for a severe system this early in the season.
That's right. I don't know. I'm kind of I don't know about that one. I guess we'll go to the next one and see how that fares out. So the next one was in 1912. A winter storm derailed a train in Tennessee. I actually can see that.
Again, I am questionable with that one as well. I find it would need some pretty strong updrafts to get snow in March, or for this time.
That's right. And honestly, Tennessee can get some pretty nasty snowstorms on occasion, not all the time. But I mean, I'd say it can be a possibility.
It's definitely a possibility, especially seeing the storms we had this weekend. It might be rare, but I think it's definitely a possibility.
That's right. And in 1970, a storm covered Kansas with over 4.5 inches of snow.
Again, right back to that snow. I'm not entirely sure. The whole state of Kansas, it's questionable.
I don't know. Melissa did a pretty good job at coming up with these, with some of these ones. So I don't know. I'm kind of guessing. I don't know. I don't know which one it will be. So what do you think?
I had to pick one. I think I would go with the F5 tornado. I think it's a little too far north to be impacted that severely. Not to say it couldn't happen, but that's my personal guess.
I think I might join you there. I think that's probably the lie. So I guess
Right.
we'll find out which one it is. So looks like actually it was true. I didn't even.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right. So I guess the winter storm that derailed a train in Tennessee was false.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I guess the other ones were true. So we had snow in Kansas and an EF5 tornado far enough north in March in Indiana. So that was your little trivia segment for the day. We're going to pass things over to Evan. He's going to give us a look at April.
That's right. So it is April Fool's Day. It's April 1st, so we are starting the month of April, and usually we see some April showers and storms during this time of the year. We have severe storms in the southeast sometimes, and you know that saying April showers brings May flowers, but I'll get to that in a second. We are going to have some above average temperatures for much of the country as we go throughout April here, and I'll show you that with the last graphic I have with your temperature outlook for April. But again, maybe some of those April showers will bring some May flowers, so we'll have to hope for that in the future. As for that severe weather potential, it is possible again in the southeast again next or this coming week. Places that got hit this past week with those severe storms could see similar impacts this week. So we'll have to watch that very carefully and stay with us here on FSU Weather, and we'll keep you updated on that. And may bring, again, strong winds, tornadoes, and also hail. So all modes of severe weather are on the table, and there's also that potential for flooding as well. So make sure you turn around and don't drown, as we always say here on FSU Weather. Future area for the next 24 hours, not a whole lot. We have some rain moving across the middle of the country, and also some rain down here in Florida as well, down in the peninsula. So we'll have to watch that as well. There's actually a slight risk, a level 2 out of 5 in the central part of Florida, so we'll have to watch out there for places like Daytona Beach. I know my brother is there right now at Embry-Riddle. He won't be able to fly for tomorrow, so sorry, Owen. You'll have to wait till next week to get up in the sky there. And there's that, again, that severe weather potential for Monday. Places in Texas, down near Dallas and Houston, also the western portion of Louisiana there, getting in on that severe risk for Monday. It moves slightly eastward on Tuesday for places like New Orleans, also Jackson, Mississippi, also maybe into Tuscaloosa, Alabama, getting on some of that action as well. So again, really just a copy and paste situation of this past week transitioning into next week as well. And again, for Wednesday, it moves slightly eastward and a little bit towards the north, places like Birmingham, Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia, maybe even the southern portion of Tennessee there, also getting on that severe weather action for Wednesday. So again, make sure you stay with us on FSU Weather. We'll have live coverage for you next week if we get to that point and we need to do coverage there. April temperatures could be above average in the southwest, temperatures are below average for portions of the north, and we also have some droughts and flooding possible for places in that area as well. But again, there's that extended temperature outlook. Very warm for the desert southwest, and a little bit of a cool spot there in the northern tier of the country. So Aaron, what do you think about that? I think people are going to like those warmer temperatures, not so much the cooler temperatures in this time of the year.
That's right. And of course, if it is cool, you can always go indoors to the aquarium there, or severe weather. So we'll keep an eye on that too as well here. But softball now here, Virginia versus FSU, and 6 p.m. in Charlottesville, Virginia. At 6 p.m., we'll be starting in the 50s and going down into the 40s. So you might need to grab that jacket if you are heading out to watch the baseball game there, or sorry, softball game there in Charlottesville, Virginia. So for baseball tonight, FSU versus Notre Dame at 7 p.m., those conditions will be getting pretty favorable, especially as we get towards the later part of the evening where we'll be sitting down into the low 60s at night. So maybe grab a light jacket possibly, especially if you're there after midnight or are hanging out on the town after midnight there near the stadium. But do make sure, or the field, so do make sure maybe to grab that light jacket if possible. For track and field on Saturday, the Pepsi Florida Relay at 9 a.m. in Gainesville, Florida. So if you are making your way down to Gainesville, those temperatures will be in the 60s and 70s, but we might see a few hit or miss thunderstorms down there. So might need to watch out, grab that umbrella or jacket, whatever you do wear over there in Gainesville. For beach volleyball on Saturday, we'll see those temperatures very nice and pleasant for UNF versus FSU at 10 o'clock. Going up right into the 70s for the end of the game. And for women's golf on Sunday, we'll see those temperatures for the NC State University versus FSU game in Raleigh will be very nice and comfortable in the 60s. So looks really nice, Genevieve.
I absolutely would agree. And speaking of some nice weather, Aaron, we have some nice temperatures here in Tallahassee, at least I would say. We have a beautiful, nice and warm 81 degrees. Dylan Murphy doesn't happen to be my name, but it could be. April Fools. We have a low of 60 degrees. Very kind of close. 77 and 81 I'd say is pretty close to average. Not too far from the record either. We're experiencing quite a warm, what month is it? Oh, it's April. It's April Fool's Day. Taking a live look at Doak Campbell Stadium, here we have that sun peeking through. Absolutely zero clouds like we saw before at the beginning of the show. Thank God it is 800 degrees outside. I'm just kidding, it's 80 degrees. Partly cloudy, winds are coming in from the west-northwest at 9 miles per hour, slightly brisk. For our current radar, we just have some ground clutter in the Tallahassee area, no precipitation. Lucky for us, that passed by us yesterday and seemed to have knocked out the FSU Wi-Fi, but that's okay. That is very much okay. Luckily, we have some good temperatures now in the Tallahassee area, nice and warm. 80 degrees here in Tallahassee, getting a little bit cooler down by the coast at Apalachicola, 73 degrees, and similar temperatures all in the area, upper 70s to low 80s. For our muggy meter for the state of Florida, here we have quite a muggy hometown of Miami for me back home. I hope my mom is staying inside because that hair can't handle that. Tallahassee, luckily for us, here we have the low pressure system, the cold front that just passed us. It was a little chillier this morning than the past couple days. It's sitting right through here in central Florida, I'd say, just a little north. So that moist air is going down the state, and luckily for us, we have some drier air up in the north. For tonight's forecast, we have a chillier 54 degrees in Tallahassee and low to upper 50s all the way through the Tallahassee area. Beach forecast is looking quite beautiful in Panama City Beach. And tonight in Tally, we have a chillier 52 degrees. And I will be passing that right on off to Alejandra to look at our weekend forecast. Isn't that right, Ale?
Yes, of course. We have to focus on the weekend. It's the best part of the week. All right, tonight in College Town, 51. Everybody, it seems like a really nice time to go outside and enjoy tonight. Go to the Strip, go to recess, have some fun. But it's going to be 51, so maybe wear that long-sleeved crop top instead of that short-sleeved crop top. Alrighty, the Stargazing Forecast. Not much to see, no new moon, it's just going to be kind of a dark sky. Fair conditions for stargazing, and we're going to have a nice, bright, and early sunrise at 7:27 a.m. Airport delays, not expecting much. It's sunny, beautiful day, beautiful weekend. So if you are traveling, you guys are in luck. Not going to be any delays, and you're probably going to have a nice, good flight. Not a lot of turbulence on that. Tallahassee Farmers Market, it's going to be such a beautiful day to go out and look at the fresh produce that Tallahassee has to offer. 74, sunny, partly cloudy, and kind of a breeze out of the west-northwest, 10 miles an hour. Definitely a little bit breezy that day. but it's a great day to go and support local Tallahassee businesses. The Price is Right, it's going to be showing at the Donald L. Tucker Civic Center on Sunday. It's going to be 79, but that won't really matter because you're going to be indoors. It's going to be sunny, nice breeze, but a good day to maybe walk to the Tucker Center. Dock Walk forecast, going to be definitely a bit cooler around 7 a.m. if you guys like waking up that early. I do not. 69 more towards the middle of the day. It's going to be definitely warmer for that dog walk. Some moisture in the panhandle, but nothing to note as we see a more of just a dry time for the weekend. We can see that here with that sunshine and those great temperatures, but let's have that recap, Evan. How's it going to look?
Well, I got to say, for the weekend, as you see right there, it looks gorgeous, and I think people are really going to enjoy that this weekend. But one last look at our national satellite and radar. We do have some showers working their way through the middle of the country, also some showers down there towards Miami, but that'll move towards the east by the time we get to the weekend. But for tomorrow morning, looks like temperatures could be above average in the southwest, a little bit of a cool spot here around Chicago, and that'll be the case for much of the month of April as well. We have that ridge in the west and that trough across the northern part of the country. Tonight in Tallahassee looks like widespread 50s around the area, a little bit warmer down towards the coast in the upper 50s, but still a nice night to get out there and enjoy yourself. Tonight, dew points are also fairly dry. We have a little bit more moisture coming off the Gulf of Mexico here along the coast. Not exactly that type of weather where you step outside and you feel like you're in an aquarium. It's that wet outside, but you have to wait till the summer where you can get that aquarium weather, so to speak, where you get those higher dew points. Future radar clouds will build in overnight tonight, but they'll actually hang around tomorrow with some showers down by the coast, so make sure you have your umbrellas out for that. But then those clouds will clear out for Sunday. It looks like the better half of the weekend in terms of how clear the sky is. As for the weekend planner, again, looks like clouds will dominate most of Saturday, high of 73. Also for Sunday, those clouds will clear out, also high of 73, and a little bit of a warm-up on Monday with some maybe hazy clouds. Now I'll hand things back over to the desk with Genevieve and Alejandra to close out our show.
Absolutely, Evan. Thank you for showing us those warm temperatures. I know Evan himself and our other weathercaster, Becca, are not from Florida, and they don't often experience these temperatures, and they're very happy to see it. How are you liking the weather?
I'm definitely enjoying this weather. It is so much better than that severe weather we were having earlier this week. Definitely a day to go to the aquarium this weekend, so we should take advantage of that. What are you going to do this weekend, Genevieve?
What am I going to do? I do have a lot of studying to do, but unless you have an exam yourself, I would totally recommend going. Maybe you could take a drive home if you can, but for now, follow us on Twitter so you stay updated in case of any severe weather. Like us on Facebook at FSU Weather as well.
And watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/FSU Weather. Or follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather. Great place to be.
Absolutely. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. We had a great time doing it. And try and get to an aquarium if you can.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to take advantage of this weekend. Great weather. Definitely a lot drier than we've been expecting. And hopefully it will continue through the week. Hopefully that severe weather that we're expecting later on in the week will not be as bad as it's been.
Of course. Stay safe, guys. And
yes,
thank you.
stay safe. Have a great one.